Hi guys, it's been a little while since I've done any videos, but I've had some requests for ideas for scarf tying. So I thought I would show my face and attempt to demo. You know how great I am at this. Slightly croaky voice today, so I hope it doesn't go. I've got about 5 or 6 different ways to do it, and some of them you've probably done before, but I've got a few tips to make them even better. So first up is just thinking about the size and weight of your scarf, because not all scarves will work with all of these ways to tie. So my scarf is one of my absolute faves. It's huge. I'm 5'8", and it is taller than me. It's about 2 meters by 1 meter, but it's a lovely soft drapey weight fabric, so we can make it into quite a lot of different scarves. So first up, the simple loop. Most people have done this before. You probably start by folding it in the middle and then finding the middle and looping it round, which is fine, but you do get quite square blunt ends. So my top tip is to hold it by one of the corners first. Find the middle, then loop it round and the ends go through. Very simple, easy, but that just gives it a good drape. So that's your simple loop. Style number 1. So the next up is what I call our faux infinity. So an infinity is a scarf that's one continuous loop. But you can make one with a normal rectangular scarf. So again, find a corner. This is a bit thicker, so this is a more cozy sort of, going to give us a cozy look. So you find the opposite corner, so it's got a slight twist in it. Then you get the ends, tie them in a double knot. Now how tight you tie it will depend on how long you want it, how tall you are, etc. So you might have to just have a little play with what works. But you tie it in a knot, so you've got this loop it around your neck. You can just do it once and make it shorter, but I'm going to loop it twice. So we get this nice cozy sort of cooker, and you have to, oh, don't have the labels sticking out, that's annoying. So there you go, infinity. Ooh, my hair's going to go static. Next up is our faux tie, not a bow tie, like a faux tie. So again, corner, round back of the neck. This time you want one end to be slightly longer than the other, as if you are tying a real tie. So you get the long side and you just loop it round and pull that through, so that you have created this loop, and then all you do is just pull the other end through, and then you tighten it up to where you want it, depending on what you're wearing, how tall you are, and you've got this. It's kind of like a bit more of an accessory rather than a keeping you warm scarf now, and it's quite a slimming look, this, because it draws the eye down. So if like me, been eating a bit too much recently, it's quite a nice flattering way to wear it. So that's your faux tie. Now, when you've got a scarf that you're perhaps not sure you like the colour or the style of, and you just don't wear it, one idea is to use it as a little accessory for your handbag. So this is a beautiful silk scarf. It's a retro from the 80s. I personally wouldn't wear it. I'm not keen on silk scarves like this on me. I feel like I look like I work in a building society in the 90s. So I'm going to use it on my handbag instead. So it's the same principle as the simple loop. You find your corner, go to the middle, and then instead of looping it around your neck, you're looping it around your bag. Pull the ends through and you've got a nice little bag accessory. It's very chic, and it means you're actually wearing, sometimes this is good if you get a scarf as a present but you don't really know whether you'd wear it, put it around your bag. Okay, and then last but not least is my favourite way to wear one. Go back to our trusty Stella and Dot Faithful. It's called the Hermes knot, or pretzel sometimes it's called. So corner, surprise, surprise, find the middle. Now a lot of people do this one anyway, so you loop it round the back and pull the ends to the front. Now, in its own right, that's great, but what sometimes happens, if it's cold, you've got a gap, and if it's windy, the ends flap around. We don't want that. No one wants their flaps flying away. So one thing you can do is tie the loose ends underneath, and that just keeps it nice and neat and stays put. But what I like to do, and it's not complicated once you know how to do it, but you just create the loop a bit lower, and then you just put one twist in it. So you've got this, so twist like that. Then one end goes over and through that loop, and the other end goes under and through. And then you give it a little titivate, and you've got a nice neat, I mean, you think how big that scarf was to start, and now you've got no gaps. It's quite a simple style, so it fits underneath a nice, even if you've got a bulky coat. And it's, yeah, the Hermes knot. So there you go, 5, 6, maybe even 7 ideas for how to tie a scarf. Hope that was useful. And if you've got any ideas, then message me, comment below, and we will try those out. So have fun, and I will see you soon.